think the light faces us.
The light faces us. We look at the light. Look into the light.
Look into the light.
Look into the light. You see the light before you die.
Hello, and welcome to Spooky Sips, where we put our love of horror movies into a podcast and sip some spirits along the way. I'm one of your hosts, Ivette, here with my co-hosts, Laura and Brianna.
Hello.
Hello. All right, so we had to go with a classic this time. We actually were all surprised that we hadn't done it yet, but we watched the 2002 movie, The Ring. Oh,
So classic.
so classic.
I feel nostalgic for The Ring sometimes.
Me too.
Oh, yeah, because it captured that moment in time so well.
Yes.
And
the different lighting that they do, it puts you right there.
Yes. And I remember it was one of the first movies that wasn't an old one, like Poltergeist, a movie of my time that I watched that just scared me so much that I loved watching it the first time. And I think I watch it I've probably seen it 50 times.
Yeah.
So.
No, for sure.
Oh, so good. So yeah, it's a movie. It's based off the Japanese movie Ringu. And I don't remember what year that one was.
I think it was only a few years before.
Okay.
It was I think a relatively quick. Yeah. So maybe late 1990s.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We've got a single mom and her little son. And there's this VHS, there's this tape that the rumor is if you watch it, you will die 7 days later. And that is what it's about.
Which, such a basic setup, but it just works so well. This movie is PG-13, which I think sometimes I'm therefore it's not going to be scary, right?
Yes.
Because, you can get an R rating just for, the scary vibe, just no gore or anything, just the atmosphere makes it scary. This one has to be one of the scariest PG-13 movies. They really found that exact line because the entire movie, and I think having watched it before actually just makes it scarier.
I agree.
Yes.
Because you knew the scenes were coming, or it's no, I know what's coming, I don't want to see it. I know I don't want to see it.
Yes.
It's so true.
Yes. Have you also both seen Ringu?
No.
I know that I have, but it was so long ago that I don't remember a lot about it, but I do think I saw it.
It's also very scary.
Yeah.
But different.
Right.
Yeah, because this is it's a similar story, but they did a couple different things, right? I think from what I saw.
And it's funny because it's been so long that I haven't seen it. Or it's been so long since I've seen it that I don't really remember.
Right.
But I do remember it was scary and a little different, but yeah, similar vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And I watched it with my husband and he was like, it's interesting because so many scary movies take place on the East Coast. There's not a lot of movies that are based in the Pacific Northwest. And I was like, you know what? You're right. Especially at that time. There really weren't. A lot of them were back east, I feel like.
Yeah. So I guess two things with that. One, I was trying to remember the last time I watched The Ring, because I think, as we've all mentioned, we've all watched it multiple times. I think the last time I watched The Ring was with you guys when we were moving to Portland. And it was
yes,
might as well watch this real quick before you go. And I'm now moving to Seattle. And so it's
perfect.
Watch it just in time to get nice and creeped out.
The bookends.
Staying on the Pacific Northwest.
I love that.
Another Pacific Northwest movie with classic filter on it of more blue than green is Twilight. So
it sure is, Laura.
Maybe last time you watched The Ring, this time you could watch Twilight.
You can watch. Yes. We'll keep going.
There you go.
Next one.
But with the location, apparently they actually were scouting. I think in Maine, kind of East Coast for this movie. Okay. But that was during 9/11. They were actively scouting on the East Coast. And then 9/11 happened. So it was just okay, yeah, I think they had been checking both locations, and the Pacific Northwest also happened to just work because it rains all the time and there's fog and it's spooky and there was a lighthouse and but they had actually been checking both coasts for the movie.
Interesting.
But that was part of the reason why they ended up in the Pacific Northwest versus Maine or something like that.
I'm so glad they did, because with the rain and the green, again, we've already talked about the green filter on everything. It gives it such a distinct feel that they wouldn't have gotten if they had gone.
No, it's a whole vibe.
Yeah, absolutely. And for anyone who's not familiar with the Pacific Northwest, that was real rain. This wasn't like they added rain, nope, it was just that rainy the entire time.
I believe it.
Okay, so it just starts out so classic because it's two girls that are dressed in like schoolgirl uniforms. Because it's their uniforms for school. But they're having a sleepover and they're like, I don't know, just talking about their life and
like urban legends.
Urban legends. And the one says, like, have you heard about this tape? And the actress that plays Becca, who is the one that asks that question, she just has a creepy look. And this is no offense to that woman,
no,
but
it's in the best way.
Scary.
She's like creepy in an amazing way.
Yeah. So yeah, she describes the tape to Katie, and she said, if you watch it, as soon as you're done watching, it's really creepy. And then the phone rings, and a voice on the line says, "You will die in 7 days." And her friend that she tells this to gets like freaked out. And she says that she watched the tape.
Yeah. And then she like starts choking.
Yes.
And like falls into her lap. But she's just playing around. She's fine. Yes. But then her friend is like, they're talking about it for a minute. She's like, wait, you've really seen it? And the girl's like, yeah, but it's stupid. It's fine. Like, it's nothing.
But you can tell she doesn't believe that. You can tell she's really freaked out, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the phone rings.
Of course it does.
So they go downstairs, and the other girl, Becca, answers it, and she has this like terrified look on her face, and she like slowly hands the phone to Katie. And it's just Katie's mom. So it's
fine. A real roller coaster of a start.
It really is.
They keep giving us that false sense of everything's fine, actually.
Like that's exactly what it is. You're just waiting, because even the way they walk into the room and then pick up the phone or have the fridge open, and you're convinced that as soon as they shut it, there's going to be a ghost behind there.
Yeah, there's a lot of build.
There's so much build. It's so,
the TV turns on.
We see the static.
And Aaron and I were joking that like this isn't a thing anymore. So like kids today will be like, what the fork is that? Like they'll recognize it from like the past, but TVs don't have static anymore. So this is like when the movie was over and the tape ended, and then the static screen comes on. And it's got this like throughout the movie such like distinct sounds, where like it's got this like high pitched sound that's like the VHS being put in, and then just static.
Yeah, like also, it's a VHS tape, which is also not
exactly. Which honestly, even at the time, that was almost getting a little outdated, because like DVDs were around when this came out, but it has to be a VHS, like, and it still made sense. But as an old person, I will say DVDs were actually around at this point as well.
Yeah. But I also love, like we talked about, like the buildup, but also this movie does a really good job of capturing kind of what at least I do when I'm scared. So the static happens, you kind of see the shadow of something behind Katie, and then she's like calling for her friend, and she's at the bottom of the stairs. And it's, when you get scared, I have this thing where like if I need to go into a room or like onto a bed or a couch or up the stairs, like you don't want to leave where you're at, because the thing is going to be around. And so you like start as fast as you can up the stairs. And I love that they showed her doing that, because it like freaked me out.
Yeah.
Got me scared. So we see water under the door.
Yes.
And then again, we just hear these sounds. Yeah.
Yeah, the music is epic. So the lighting, everything in this movie is done so well, but also the music makes it too.
And the cinematography.
Oh,
like,
for
I
sure.
feel like the scene of her walking up the stairs with her bare feet on the carpet, like that, we now recognize that scene. We could see it anywhere and we know what it's from.
Yes.
Like there are very like iconic cinematography styles in this
Yes.
that I feel like they were like one of the first ones to do it. Like certain things that they did like were so cool. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, like they do these quick cuts and it's very unsettling because like you're like watching one scene and then all of a sudden it's like a flash of something else that's spooky and then back, and it's just again, it's very unsettling.
And like where they put the camera is like a very unique perspective. Like later they're peeling wallpaper and they show us that as if you're inside the wallpaper. Like it's really cool.
Yeah, very well done.
Yeah, and the music, like I didn't know this. The music was done by Hans Zimmer.
Yes.
Which is wild.
Because you're like, what?
Yeah. Like, I mean, it makes sense. It's so good. And I think that was just like, he knew the filmmaker for this movie and they had a conversation and he was like, why not me? Like, what if I make the music for it? Like, it was just a conversation and that's why he ended up doing the music for it. But like, I was surprised when I saw that in the credits.
Yeah. No, it's so good.
So then she opens the door and I'm trying to remember, like there's the puddle in the middle of the room. The TV is on. And is it that there's the girl in the chair?
I forget what she sees.
I believe she does see a girl in the chair, but her back is turned.
Yes. And it cuts before we see what she did. And it like flashes.
Yeah.
And then that's the end of the scene.
Insanely fast zoom, but it shows it. So it's like insanely fast zoom into her face, but it shows her face morph into like something.
We don't see the final
really
that we'll see in a minute, but we see like that it's something's going on.
Yeah. So that's our first death.
And then we just cut to someone else
coloring, right?
Okay, speaking of perfectly creepy, the kid in this movie, he is so good. He's so creepy, so good. And so I actually rented the DVD for this movie so I could do all of the bonus features. And like, I think like that was just like who this kid was. Like the adults, like when they were talking about him, it was like it was like talking to him, you forget that he's a kid. Like I think he was just like so well spoken for being a literal baby. Right. And like he just looks so creepy. Like he's so good in this.
No, he's so good. And his little outfits, like his
little
suits and little sweaters.
Like he just has such this interesting difference between where he's like this cute little boy, but he acts like an adult. But then in some ways he can also be very creepy. Like when he's drawing, he's creepy.
The little boy from The Shining.
Yes.
There's a very similar
vibe. And his mom's name is Rachel. And I don't know how this kid does it, but the way he says Rachel, he makes Rachel sound like the scariest word.
Rachel.
Rachel. I hate it. I mean, I love it, but I hate it.
Okay, so I had a very random memory. Laura and I actually watched The Ring not that long ago. I think it was like last year or something. Because we honestly probably watch it almost every single week.
I mean, it's so good.
It's a staple.
It makes the Halloween fall time rotation.
Exactly. But I just remember the last time Laura and I were watching it together, Laura like just went on this long tangent about how like terrible he drew horses. You were like so annoyed.
Like a potato with sticks.
You were like, it's like a jelly bean with sticks on it.
You know what? That sounds like me. That kid was really bad at drawing horses.
So like when I rewatched it this time, I was just dying because the opening scene is him drawing a little horse, like in a little farm.
Terrible artist.
Yeah.
A lot more horses in this movie than I remember. Like I've watched it like multiple times, but I feel like I do more like every few years. So like watching it again, I was like, a lot more horses than I remember.
Lots of horses.
Yeah. Also, Matt did watch this with me, and I feel like maybe this was just one that Brianna, you scarred him with, because like the minute he sat down, he was like, "No, I hate all of this."
Did
like,
he laugh?
Not having it.
Did he like last and watch?
He did. He watched the whole thing.
I'm very proud of him. I'm sorry.
I think like, I feel like I talked about it, where it's like watching it, if anything, like makes the movie worse. There were so many scenes where like Matt was just like, no, I know what's coming. I'm not looking.
I just learned it into his
half the
memory at a young
movie.
age.
Bad man.
Yep.
Okay, anyway, we meet Aiden.
Yes.
And he's in class. You can tell he's like the last one there. And Rachel, his mom, is there to pick him up. So you can tell that you can get so much of the dynamic from the start. Like she's
you
late.
can tell she's like a working woman. Like she is about her career. It's like, I feel like in this era, if a woman was like successful in her career and single, she was a journalist. Every movie from this time, every single movie, or worked for a magazine. It was like, it was one of those things. Like
that's so true.
No, I feel like we talked about like, this movie just kind of like being like nostalgic, and like I feel like that's what I loved about it. It's like it's like back in the day when like being a reporter, and like when she's doing research, she has to like go to the library and it's like give me all of your books on lighthouses.
Yes.
You know, she's like reading through and like pulling old newspapers, and I was just like, oh, like I would love to do. I want to go to the library and be like, all of your
things
books
are not
on
as romantic as they once were in that way, you know.
Google it, you know.
I wrote the same thing down. I was like, research is just not what it used to be. It used to be fun and hands-on. Now it's all just AI.
Yeah,
I know. Well, I say as I literally like, and I can cut this part out because it's not interesting, but I am still such a pen on paper girl. Like all of my Post-it notes.
This was me watching the movie. I just write it down because I don't want to have a screen open.
Little Post-it notes that look like a bird.
Those are cute.
Anyway,
those are cute.
We digress.
Yes, digress. So we meet Rachel. Then the teacher wants to talk to her. Like she's kind of like, okay, quick bird. And Aiden's like, I'll be in the car. Yeah. Like I love him. He's so good in this.
Such a little
40-year-old man. Yeah.
Yes. But the teacher's like, I'm concerned. He's been making some drawings recently. And she like pulls out the little like thing, and I think they tell you, right, like at the start, that the person we knew at the beginning, like his cousin just passed away.
Yeah, so we learned the girl from the starting scene is his cousin.
And it's just all these photos or all these drawings of her like being like buried.
Like in the ground.
Underground.
And like you can tell the ground around like her grave is red, so it's kind of like soaked in blood, and they're just very disturbing.
She has little X's on her eyes.
Also, the way he draws horses. Come on, get out of here.
Yeah. Right, like he could do that so well. But a horse,
that was
out of his wheelhouse.
No, even the people were bad. Come on.
But she's very like, it's fine. Look, his cousin died. They were close. It's not a big deal. He's going to be fine. And the teacher is like, she's like, yeah, like, but just because he's quiet doesn't mean he doesn't need to talk. And the mom is very dismissive and like, we're fine.
She's kind of like a bitchy mess of a person.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, you get that vibe.
Yeah.
A little bit.
But then she's like, okay, it's fine. And she gets up to leave. And the teacher, the delivery of this is so amazing. But she's like, I'm troubled by these because you say that Katie died 3 days ago. And the mom is like, yeah. And she's like, well, he drew these last week. And it's like, oh, shit. Aaron went, oh, shit, after she said that. So.
No, this movie's just back to back, like, everything's fine. It's like, no, it's not actually. Like, it's so good.
Nope. And then we do quickly, I can't remember if it's in the car or later, Rachel is talking. So the boy's name is Aiden. Did we already say that? And so he says something that like Katie knew that she was going to die.
Yes.
And so that explains what he's drawing.
The way that, because this is like when she's tugging him, and the way that he talks is, and this was like annoying Aaron, which honestly is fair because he talks very cryptically. Yeah. He's like, you know when I'm going to die? And she's like, no one does. And he was like, Katie did. We don't have enough time. Like it's not like he's saying like full thoughts. He's very like giving cryptic messaging. Like,
he's like, yeah, she said she didn't have enough time.
But yeah, he's like, yeah, Katie knew when she was going to die. Like she knew. And then
it cuts to the funeral. And this is just, the funeral is like they show Rachel and Aiden walking in, and just you can tell everyone it's more than a typical funeral, which are obviously very sad and heartbreaking. But this is just people are just stunned, almost
confused.
They're confused, they're stunned, they're in shock, they're in grief, but it's like no one can even believe it. And the mom is like I do feel like they do such a good job of it, like even with the dad, Katie's dad. He's a tiny part in the movie, but he's sitting there and he's just like catatonic. Dissociating. And
Rachel's like, how are you like, how's it going or something? Or it's
like, he says it to her.
Oh, that's right.
She's like, you know, like, how are you or something? And he's like, I'm good. How are you? And she's like, no.
But and then he just stares off confused, like he forgot where he was and like, doesn't know, you know what I mean? Like, And so like, then they're in the kitchen and we learned that they said it was a heart attack, but the mom is like, that doesn't make any sense. So then
like no doctors can explain why her heart just stopped.
Right. So then Rachel goes outside because she sees a bunch of teens.
Okay, but like and this is where Matt was like, I know I can't watch it. When they're talking about this, where she's like, no, like, I know it wasn't a heart attack. She says, I saw her.
It's her face.
And we get a flash to her daughter in the closet with like her face, just like, it like died of terror. Like it's like mouth open scream basically, and like decomposed. Like
she looks dead, like decomposed.
Like, here's kind of how I could explain it. Like, say you made a perfect actual human head out of bluish, grayish, purplish Play-Doh, but it's like a real like human head, but then you squish it. That's kind of what her face was.
And it's like, so again, they just flash it at you. And like, it's just like, she's like, no, I saw it flash at you. Just like the most horrifying thing.
It's like a really well done jump scare. Like, I think that's what I like about this movie is that, yes, there are jump scares, but they're so perfect.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
So, then she goes outside. And of course, because it's 2002, we have to have Adam Brody as one of the teenagers. He's just sitting out there and they're just smoking. And she tries to like play it cool. Like, hey, guys, what happened?
You got a light for my cigarette?
Yes.
And we learned that they had gone, Katie and her boyfriend and another couple went to a cabin. And that's where they saw the tape. And they just kind of reference it as the tape.
And this is a secret boyfriend. So like the parents didn't know. And that was important because then a coincidence happens that would have been a big deal if people had known.
Yes. And so she's like, well, where's her boyfriend? And that's when Adam Brody's like, she's dead, man. Or he's dead, man. Like, he's fucking dead.
He's dead.
Yeah. He's like, they say he killed himself. But like the same night that Katie died.
And we learn that Becca, Katie's friend, is in the mental hospital. She's in the mental institution. And so that's when like Rachel's like, okay, I got to figure out what happened here.
She, I think she goes into Katie's room and she's kind of like snooping around, and she is a good journalist because she picks up little things here and there, and she sees in Katie's like notebook. And again, this is something that the younger fans, like younger listeners won't remember, but it's a photo slip when you used to have to take pictures on cameras with film and then go take it somewhere to get developed. So she's like, oh, this was recent. So she goes to take it, or she goes and gets it developed, and she's like flipping through, and it's just like classic, like teen camera.
So cute.
Hanging out, cute. And then all of a sudden there's a picture of them all in front of this cabin at Shelter Mountain. Of course it's called Shelter Mountain. And the very next picture or pictures after Shelter Mountain, all of their faces are distorted.
And just their faces.
Just their faces.
And in the same way, it's like a little swirly situation. Yes.
So she knows where she has to go.
So she's like, all right, the investigation begins.
Mm-hmm.
So she finds out the other two people that she was with, that Katie was with, and then she looks up and sees they died in a car crash. Time of death, 10 p.m. 10 p.m. She looks up the boyfriend, his time of death, 10 p.m. 10 p.m.
Yep.
She then has to call like the medical examiner for Katie, because of course they knew when she died, but I think she just didn't pay attention to what time.
Right.
Katie's time of death, 10 p.m.
Yep.
Okay, this part did bother me. And I feel like I brought it up the last time, Brianna, we watched it. So she writes down the names of the two kids and then the boyfriend. She writes 10 p.m., 10 p.m. And then it's like Katie question mark. And then she goes and writes 10 p.m. It's like,
I know.
You're not going to remember that? You got to write it down?
Yeah. No, we totally called that out when watching it too. Where it was like, oh, okay, yeah, better write that down. 10 p.m.
Get out of here. Like,
she was just being thorough, you know?
I guess. I suppose.
10 p.m.
Just in case I forget.
But we also should say, okay, now is when she goes to Shelter Mountain.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And it's just so pretty. Again, the cinematography, like, because we're seeing her drive, it's just so Pacific Northwest. Like, it's quintessential.
Yeah, it's on the Columbia Gorge, and it is, I mean, it's that drive is so pretty.
It is
this
so pretty.
Crazy waterfall. I did try looking up, like, is this cabin real? Is this place real? It is not. Because I was hoping it was. I was like, can we go stay there?
That could have been our next retreat.
I know.
And so she finds out that they stayed in cabin 12 and that they complained about the TV and that they didn't pay. And she's like, yeah, I think I'll take a nap. I want cabin 12. And she sees an unmarked VHS on the bookshelf. There's like movies. And she puts it in her bag.
Yep.
And she goes and watches it.
Which, like, I immediately watch it. Like, you maybe, like, do some investigating for,
so
like,
you know what's so funny?
She just immediately popped it in.
Aaron had the same exact problem with all the people that watched it. Because he was like, why would you watch it? And I was like, okay, but Aaron, like, honestly, that is an insane story that, like
I would watch it because
like, you, at this point, it's not confirmed that that's why they all died.
Right.
So
4 of them?
like, I know, but even then,
videotape isn't going to kill you.
And so if it was me, I would watch it.
I would too.
No.
I absolutely would.
Plus,
she doesn't know any of the details. Like, I don't think they know the whole 7 days, and they don't know like what's on it. Like, it's still so like unknown that she's a journalist. Of course she's going to investigate.
Yeah. See, that's too many unknowns.
I would 100% watch it.
See, I think the psychology behind why some of us would watch it and some of us wouldn't is very interesting.
It's like our Autopsy of Jane Doe episode discussion.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Right.
And a little bit
no,
different.
but just that same kind of like,
totally.
You know,
I would because there's not a part of me that believes that me watching a videotape would lead to my death in a week.
Right.
There's not one part of me that believes that. So of course I would watch it.
So she watches it, and it is very creepy because there's these high pitched sounds and screeching and
it just cuts to all of these like
and
random things.
It's all very upsetting. Like,
I did write down.
Oh, like the video.
Let's hear it.
Yes. Yes, okay. I think someone describes it as like you watch someone's nightmare or something. Yes. And I feel like that's a perfect description.
That is a perfect description.
Okay, so I think I got most of it. And I'm just going to say it, just kind of how it cuts. Okay, so it's static, the ring, blood, boiling blood, a chair, a woman brushing her hair in the mirror, a man in a window, maggots, breaking nails, chopped up fingers wiggling around, horses, a ladder. A woman jumps from a cliff, a well, and then, the ring. And then as soon as she's done watching it, you see her eyes die. Or wait.
Yes.
I wrote down, I was like, what is reverse dilating?
Reverse dilating?
Yeah.
They go small. Yeah.
Like, constricting, right.
But I was like, her eyes reverse dilate.
Yeah.
And then the phone rings.
And while she's in there, there's this very cool red light coming in through the window because outside there's this amazing red leaf tree outside.
And it's sunset.
Yeah, so she's watching it at sunset. That will matter later. And it says 7 days.
Then I have it broken down by days. So now it says day 1. So she calls her ex to come over to her house. And I love the scene. So we see the man, his name is Noah. We see him walking over to her apartment. And on the way, he passes little Aiden, who's like walking to school or something. And Aiden's got this like giant umbrella because of course it's raining. And just their interaction where they just kind of look at each other and then move on. And it's like, do they know each other? Like, what's going on? I just love the how they set up their relationship.
Yeah. And that guy goes to the apartment and he's there with Rachel.
He goes up to Rachel and she shows him, she's like, look, take my picture.
Yes.
Because she has a digital camera, which was fancy.
Yes.
Oh, very.
And you get the sense that he knows a lot about photography and stuff. Like she's like, I need your help here.
Like I think he makes movies. He's like a producer or something.
Yeah. Like he has experience. And then again, see, this is where I was then beefing again. Like 1, she sits down and watches it immediately. And then 2, she lets him watch it.
So this
I know
is what I call cognitive dissonance, because this is where she, again, even though nothing she has seen can support that this tape is not real, she still is not allowing her brain to believe it, so she's still acting in a way that is consistent with her prior beliefs, not the actual reality of the situation, because she just can't accept it yet.
Okay.
There's some little in-episode embedded psych for you.
That's perfect.
But yeah, she's like, okay, well, you better watch it. So he watches. And
I mean, she has a tiny moment of being like, but
like a tiny one. Yeah.
Right. But also, and he's like, have kind of a rough relationship. So she's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Fine.
Go ahead.
And he's like, okay, like he's not scared at all. He was like, okay, like giving art student film or something.
He's like, I'm sure it was scarier at night.
But she, being journalist, is like, well, I need to know more about this. Like, can you tell me where did it come from? More details about it. And he's like, yeah, make me a copy and I'll look into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she makes the copy, and then as he goes to watch
and when she makes the copy.
Oh, when she makes the copy.
Like she's in the like copy like room thing, and she's like making the copy, and like where normally the time would go to show like the recording, it's just like completely jumbled.
It's like hieroglyphics. It's like not numbers. It's not characters you would normally see.
Yeah.
So then it's day 2. Noah and Rachel. They're bickering about trying to figure out the tape. Then the only other notable thing that I remember from day 2 is as she's leaving, when they're kind of like bickering back and forth with her and Noah, she walks under a ladder that looks just like the ladder we saw in the tape.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's day 3.
And then it's day 3. This was a good day. I mean, not a good day for people.
Not for them,
it was a bad day. Yeah.
For us, absolutely.
So we start out in the mental hospital.
Yes.
I just love the way they set this scene up. So Becca is just this shell of what she was in the very first scene when we saw her. And she's clearly being taken from her room into a room where we discover she's going to meet with Rachel. But in order to get her there, they have to put this screen on wheels. It's almost like, when you have, like, speaking of horses, like horse blinders, they have to do that so that she can't see. It's like she can't see TV screens without like losing her shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was so creepy.
No, it was so perfect.
That's one of like the memorable scenes that I remember from like the very first time watching it. And then so I don't know if it's because what happened?
I sneezed.
Oh, Brianna just sneezed.
Didn't hear
it. I was trying to like catch it, so it didn't.
So at first I was really like, because I am a skeptic and I like to take more of the psychological approach than the actual believe in what's going on approach. at first I was like, how have all of a sudden, like, Becca's this, like, psychic, like, she knows, but I actually am going to walk that back.
Okay.
I think because she saw and was there when a death happened, she somehow then gets this connection to this curse.
I agree.
This haunting.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. Because normally, she like wasn't really opening up to Rachel, but then they happened to have touched hands.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And then Becca's like,
you have 4 days left.
She's like, well, you know what's going to happen. And Rachel said something like, well, when? She's like, you have 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
And it's true.
So at this point, Rachel's like, all right, fuck.
like maybe worried. There's, and I don't know if it was on this day, but like, I think like Noah had also gone to like a gas station.
Yes. And his face was blurred.
Yes.
So he's starting to believe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was on this day that then she went, because when she and Noah were bickering about the tape, they almost kind of like wreck the tape player that's going on, because she's like, they're watching a scene and she's like, oh, wait, there's something in the corner. And he goes, oh, well, you can kind of stretch it out a little bit. And like, this doesn't make sense to non-tape videos that happen anymore. But he's like, well, kind of stretch it, but she pushes it too far and then everything crashes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then on this day after the mental hospital, she goes to this professional video editing place.
Mm-hmm.
Which honestly might just be her work, because
I assumed it was work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got like these big machines and everything. And the woman is like, kind of like trying to explain to her what to do. And she's just very kind of, I don't know, like happy-go-lucky about it. And then Rachel's just like a bitch to her. She's like, I want to watch this alone.
Yeah, because she's like, what are we watching? It's like, I'm watching it alone.
Which she probably just assumes is homemade porn at that point.
Right. That's what I was
100%.
thinking. But it's so cool because as she stretches it, it reveals a lighthouse.
Mm-hmm.
And she very quickly pushes print, and it prints out before it like crashes.
Yes.
But then also, before it crashes, as she's paused on the screen, there's a fly.
Mm-hmm.
And the fly is in the video.
Yes.
But it's paused for her to be able to print, but the fly is moving. Mm-hmm. Even though the video is paused, and she reaches out and she picks up the fly by its wing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what?
Yeah.
And then her nose starts to bleed.
Effect. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so cool.
So good.
Yeah.
This movie's so good.
Oh, and this is when we get the montage that we were talking about, where it's like research, and she goes to the library, gets all the books on lighthouses.
Yes.
Which like she has to find that lighthouse.
She like matches the pictures that she printed versus one that she sees in this like giant book. And oh my gosh, it's so I love the montage.
And she's like connecting all the dots, because then it's like that leads her to, I think, the stables, and she's pulling out like old newspapers, because like she's like pulling down this giant book of just old newspapers, like going through the dates, and like that's when she finds the woman that we've seen brushing her hair.
Moscow Island. She finds Anna Morgan is the name of the woman that was brushing her hair.
And she says it's like she had a line drawn through her life where like on one half of it, she was this happy woman that like had horses and a hobby and friends and yada yada, great life. And then all of a sudden something happened and it's like everything fell apart.
Like all of her horses die, and then
all of the horses died.
She jumps from the cliff.
Yeah, she kills herself. Like everything falls apart.
Yeah. And it's a cool effect because, we should have mentioned when when Rachel was originally in Katie's room and she was like looking through some of her stuff, she found like all of these pictures from magazines or from friends, and Katie had like just scratched out their faces. It was kind of odd.
Yes.
And so then as Rachel's taking notes, all of a sudden, I did it for you guys.
Oh my gosh.
Does this little scratch.
Nice.
Yes.
And then she's like, whoa, that's weird. Why am I doing that?
Yeah.
And then it's day 5. I think this is the day that Noah realizes his face is all funky.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was until later.
There are some parts of humor, because I did kind of like this. Like, essentially, he's going to buy cigarettes. And as he's at the convenience store, The woman goes to hand him the cigarettes and she's like, "You're going to die." But she's meaning because he's smoking.
Right.
Yeah.
But then he like looks up at the cameras and he sees that his face is all funky.
Yeah.
So then they decide they have to go to the island.
Yeah. Well, so Rachel is knowing that she's going to do that. So she calls her sister, the mother of Katie, to be like, "I need you to watch Aiden." And this scene upset me so much because as she says that, she all of a sudden she takes a sip of water and then she's choking.
Oh.
Gag reflex.
Yeah.
So she starts to choke and then she just starts to pull out this raggedy looking, disgusting string.
Yeah.
And at the end of it,
it's thick. Like we say string, but like it's a thick,
thick
string.
It's basically like the string for like
an electrode.
An electrode.
Yeah.
You know, that you put on like people in medical facilities or mental health facilities. So it's that she coughs up.
Oh.
Disgusting.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah, before they head to the island, so then she wakes up from that. It's almost like that was a dream. Or no, she coughs up the electrode and then she has a dream where she sees the girl from the tape and the girl from the tape grabs her arm.
And it like burns her.
Yeah, so then she wakes up from the dream and her arm is actually burned.
Yep.
But as soon as she does that, she hears something.
Yeah.
And she runs into the room. Aiden has just finished watching the tape.
Yeah.
And she's just like, "No! Why, baby,
like,
why?"
This is where her accent came out a little bit. Her
A little.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
Once again, first she watches it, then she has Noah watch it, and then she just leaves it. Like he's like, I don't know, like I couldn't sleep. It's like, what, did you leave it there? Like,
why was it out?
Why did you even have that out?
Treat that like a gun, like a weapon. You lock it away. Yeah, because I don't think we've said it's Naomi Watts, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Is who plays it. So yeah, you did get to hear her accent a couple of times.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Just a little bit.
But then Noah calls because he's like, "I believe you." We see like all of these Polaroids in his car, right? And it's just his face like messed up. And
he calls right after Aiden had watched the tape.
Yes.
So first she just hangs up the tape and then it calls again. And this is probably what you're talking about with the accent. Like when she picks up, she's like, "Leave him alone."
Yeah.
And he was like, hello?
Hello?
Then it's Noah.
Well, and then she's like, "He just watched it." And Noah's like, "Who?" And this part was a little cheesy for me.
It was.
But she was like, Our son.
And then you're like, mind blown. That's the dad. What?
Of course it's the dad.
Of course it is, right? Yeah.
Oh, get out of here. Amazing.
So then they go to drop him off.
Yeah. Oh, and he draws a little picture.
Yeah, they acknowledge, like Noah and Aiden acknowledge who he is, and you know, it's fine.
Well, and I think this is when like Noah's like, "I'm not a really good father. I think part of it is because my dad wasn't a good one, and so like I'm worried I'll mess it up." And he's like, "Do you want me to be around more?" And Aiden's just like, "No, not really. You're kind of a piece of shit."
Yeah. I don't fucking
why
know
would
you.
he? Yeah.
Like, who are you?
But yeah, then they decide to split up. So she now like the action of this movie picks up.
And now we get going.
So she decides to go to the island and she's like, "We got to split up. We don't have much time. You've got to go to the mental institution where we know Anna
get
Morgan
records
was and get records."
Yes.
And
she takes the ferry.
She's taking the ferry.
This part is like, it makes me so mad because like, what the fuck is she doing?
Okay,
like, you guys, there's a horse in a trailer. And first of all, she goes up to it, which if you know horses at all, you would just never
don't do that.
Leave horses alone. Always.
This is your PSA. Just don't do that.
leave horses alone.
Mm-hmm.
And then he like is getting freaked out. And she just keeps being like, come here, boy.
Like, it's okay. It's okay.
I love you. And
It's
the
like, get
horse
the hell
is
away from him.
fucking losing it.
Mm-hmm.
And she just keeps going.
Yeah.
So we should say he's in the trailer, fully contained.
Yeah.
And then because he's freaking out so much and she won't leave him the hell alone, he's like trying to bust out.
And he does.
And he does. And then...
Oh, and he's running through the ferry at first, and you get like everyone reacting. We get the poor girl like, my horse,
Daddy, my horse.
I know. I was like, oh.
And then Rachel is like backing up to the end of the boat, and the horse is like chasing her. Like the horse is after her,
charging.
But she bows down where the railing is, and the horse just ba-dum-dum. Goes
jumps
over the edge.
He just yeets himself off the side of the boat.
Yeets himself off. And then he like gets sucked up and they run to the other end. And of course the little girl is there.
Yeah.
And they're just waiting. And the water that's being churned out like just turns to blood water. Oh. The little girl screams. It's amazing. It's a great scene.
It's such a just visceral scene. Like,
yes,
it really gets to you.
And it makes us think of the blood water in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of like, things happen and it's like, wait, we've seen that. Like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So meanwhile, while she's on the ferry, Noah's in the hospital, and he learns that Anna died, or she's been dead for 24 years. Oh, because he goes to the hospital. Oh, okay. This part, again, there's moments of humor. So he's like, I need to see the records for Anna Morgan. And they're like, are you family? Which, first of all, if that's ever asked, say yes.
Always say yes.
Yeah. You can just say yes.
And then he goes, well, she's been dead for 24 years. Like, I think it's okay. And they're like, yeah, if you're not family, you're not getting to see them. And he's like, it's all right. I've already been up there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, the orderly is like, nice try. The records are downstairs, which obviously he was just doing that to find out where the record room is. And then he breaks in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we see that, is this where we see that she had, like, a lot of miscarriages?
Yes.
Yes.
Like, a lot. Like,
she has a thick file. Like, he pulls it out.
Every year.
There's a lot of documents in her, folder.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And so... Oh, and we also see some of these, they're like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like on translucent paper.
It's like x-ray paper.
It's like almost like x-ray paper.
Like old school when you would put an x-ray up into the light box. It's like that kind of paper.
And we see some of these, but it's like weird. It's like child drawings.
Right.
It's like a horse and like a little rocking chair and stuff like that. So it's kind of, but it is kind of like, what is that?
Right. Mm-hmm. The tree that we saw.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And there's like a reference where it's like from like video number, like reference video recording number, whatever.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And so while he's doing that, then we go back to Rachel, and she's now at the house of Mr. Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
And as she walks in or up to it, it's the house from the tape.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And it does not look good. It is not in good shape. It almost looks abandoned.
Yeah.
Because it's just like kind of falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
And no horses or animals or anything that you can see. I mean, it looks like abandoned. Yeah.
Right.
So she finds him and she's like, he's assuming, she's very reporterish about it. And he's like, oh, are you here about the horses? And so they talk about how they just all of a sudden kind of, they were fine. And then they all of a sudden like went crazy. And they were basically like, is it that they almost kind of like killed themselves? I forget what it was.
It is. They did kill, the horses did kill themselves.
Yeah.
Yes, they did. They they
drowned.
They
they like drowned
went into the water willingly. Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And then she says something like, well, do you think, there was something wrong with them? And he makes this comment of like, maybe horses are able to sense bad things before we can.
Yeah.
It's like, what? What?
But then she's like, oh, that must have been so hard for you. That must have been so hard for your wife.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like, he kind of changes his tune a bit.
Yep. And he's like, what?
Well, he's like, what are you doing here again? Yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, where's your daughter, Mr. Morgan? He's like, I don't have a daughter.
I don't have a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And this is we talked about this also in the autopsy episode. This is Brian Cox is his name. Like he is so good in this. He is like a good, creepy old man.
Yeah.
Like, he plays the part very well.
I mean, there aren't that many characters in this movie. And like his part isn't that long. Like he's probably in this movie for a few minutes, but it's so good. Like,
I think of him when I think
perfectly creepy.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Yes. And when I see him in anything else, I think of him in this.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
So meanwhile, Noah discovers that they had adopted Samara.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So we learned
was it that they adopted, or I thought?
Wait, so I had this.
It was
question.
like a birth certificate.
No,
they adopted her.
No, Laura, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Because I always thought that, but this time that I watched it, I was like, because it says live birth in the records, and I was like, oh my God, wait, what? So you guys, what is it?
No, I think and I think this was a kind of an homage to Ringu, where they have this Japanese writing that we can't tell, but I think it's that they adopted her.
I think it's that she had her. So there is a deleted scene, and I watched all of the deleted scenes. So that's part of why, like, while we're talking through it, I'm trying to remember if this was like in the movie or I watched all of the deleted scenes. But there is one where Rachel is going around town trying to just like find anyone that knows anything about the Morgans. And so she walks into, I have no idea what they're like, getting fish or something. And they're talking about the family, and they talk about how like they did something to have a daughter. Like there's like the scene of like they had tried, and so like they went and like they did something in order to like be able to like have this daughter for themselves. So like,
and then blowing my mind. I always thought she was adopted.
It said, live birth is like part of the fact. So I always thought it was that she did something, some sort of
witchcraft,
witchcraft,
evil thing,
to deal with the devil to get a daughter.
I think I figured it out. So I am on the Ring fandom site.
Perfect.
And it lists her as like Samara, and then it puts her name, and then it says occupation, and it says spirit. That's her occupation. Nice. But anyways, apparently her birth mother, and I don't know if we learn about this in other, because isn't there like a Ring 2?
There's other ones that I
So apparently her birth mother was institutionalized with Anna. So she is adopted.
Interesting.
But I think that's how they knew her.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, guys. We have to watch this.
Something about the documents with there being, because like I thought it was kind of a cool homage to the Ringu, but like made me think they had her birth certificate because they adopted her, so they get her birth certificate.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right. Well, anyway. No matter how she came to be on this earth, something's wrong with this girl.
Yes. And something was off about the way they got her.
Yes. And she's always been wrong.
Yes. And so then Rachel is looking at her drawing because she's like basically been told to just F off by Mr. Morgan. And so she's looking at the drawing and she then calls Aiden.
Yeah.
And she's like, and when she calls him, he's sitting in the middle of the floor and he's just making these drawings of just like circles and rings. And it's so, the sound of his like crayon on the paper on the hard floor is so creepy. So, he says all this cryptic stuff.
Right.
She's like, why did you draw this? The little girl told me to. She shows me things. She shows me things. She doesn't like being in the barn. She lives in a dark place now.
Yes.
Like, oh my God, just tell me what happened, dude. Just tell me what happened.
In his defense, I think, he's actually a 40-year-old trapped in a baby's body. And, that's his relationship with Rachel is maybe not the most
steady. Open. Yeah.
Okay, so then this is when Rachel visits the doctor, and this is why again, I don't know if I wrote it down because they said it or because I had assumed it. I wrote down that she gets the story of the adoption.
Oh, okay.
From the doctor who says like, you know, she wanted a baby so much and her life was fine. And then she adopted Samara and then she started to see things, but she only saw them around the little girl. And then Samara was sent to the mental institute. And then the doctor's like, I don't know. Once Samara was gone, things started to get better.
Because like Rachel's kind of like, was she still there? What happened to her? Like, you know, going like full like researcher mode. And like that's when she's kind of like, look, things got better. I don't need to know any more than that.
Yeah, she's like basically like she says the line, and I remember this line from the movie too, where she says, you know, when you live on an island, if one person gets a cold, everybody gets a cold. And so she was basically saying like, bad things were happening to the Morgans, so bad things were happening to all of us. And so now that it's not that way anymore, we're all just so grateful that we're not going to rock the boat and try to figure it out.
Yeah, no questions. Yeah.
And then, at first I was like, what is the point of this scene? But then, so Noah, because he had got the reference in the files about the tape, he goes to check out the tape. And he like is pretty funny because he says that he is Richard Morgan.
Yeah.
And so like the orderly's like, Richard Morgan, he's like, you were born in, I forget what he says. Like basically he's supposed to be an old man. He's
like the 40s.
I mean, he's like, what's the routine? You know, like
I know.
He's like, just diet and exercise, man. He's like, what's your secret? Because obviously he's not Richard Morgan.
Yeah.
But he goes to check out the tape and he can't because the last person to check it out was Richard Morgan, and it has not been returned. So because of that, Noah's like, oh shit, Rachel's in danger. I gotta go find her.
So he's like just calling, like she's not answering. Like he's rushing over there.
Cell phones back then, you guys.
Yeah, she's on an island. You have to take a ferry. You know,
our day. I don't mean Yvette's. She's too young for that. But back in our day.
Yeah, we're the elder millennials.
They're the elder millennials. Well, Laura is.
I'm the elder millennial. Yeah. I do want to know at what point do you become an elder millennial?
I think it is. I think 85.
I think you just are. Like you know,
it's just mine. Like my age is just the cutoff.
I think you're like on the top of the.
Yeah, I think if you're just at the top of the millennial range.
So you're the elders.
It's fucking rude.
I mean, I didn't create that system.
Yeah, we didn't set the years.
I would have still assigned you elder millennial, though.
I mean, I am a grandma.
If I could have. If I had had my choice.
Okay, so Rachel breaks in to the Morgan house, and when she's there,
she just watches the VHS. Like, it's like, girl, you know he's still in the house.
Yeah. Well, and like break in, I think is a strong word. Isn't it kind of open?
Yeah,
like,
she just walks in.
She just walks in. Yeah.
But she's just watching the tape like, he's in the house.
And we see it's the tape, the same number that Noah was looking for. It's
have you not learned your lesson? Don't watch videotapes?
Right.
But I'm like, but she knows that he's home. Isn't she worried about him hearing her?
Yeah. But again, the movie does such a good job of like, oh my God, something's coming because she is watching it. So she is like back turned to like the living area, like the bigger part of the house. There's a lighthouse on the island, like we've talked about. And so you see her watching, and then behind her, you just see the lighthouse light illuminate the house like every once in a while. So it's just that like, you know, the next time the light is going to come, something's going to be back. Like it's so, you can feel it. You can feel it.
So the tape is of Samara in an institute, sitting in a chair with the electrodes hooked up to her, and a doctor smoking, of course. Well, in the room outside of it. And he's like watching her, and it's just another very iconic scene. The way that like it's laid out. And basically he's like, how did you make these pictures?
Which I have something to say about that. So when I was a child, my elder millennial as a child, we lived in Rochester, New York, which is the home of Kodak, which was giant for photography and like camera film. Has fallen away since, but
do
it
kids
was
know
I don't
that?
know. It's still
Do kids
big.
know Kodak these days?
I don't
They
know,
know
honestly.
Kodak is still big.
But because that was the home of Kodak, George Eastman, like it was huge. So I went to the Kodak Museum or the Eastman House or whatever, and they taught us about how photography was kind of like invented and made. Those drawings that or pictures, I guess, that Samara made, I've made them.
Yeah. Because because I did a photography class. Like you set items on the paper,
expose them to the sun for a little bit, and then develop them.
Right.
It's not rocket science, people.
Well, right, but why they don't understand is because she didn't do that. They would have the paper, and all of a sudden, the image would appear on the paper in front of them.
Yeah.
So for
that's
her,
what I was
she
thinking.
was burning the image from her mind. She wasn't setting physical objects on it. She was in another room.
I just feel like they made it seem like these are the most unusual types of pictures we've ever seen. It's like,
I
no,
think they were
not.
saying it was like if you didn't do it.
Okay.
No, yeah, because they were like, no, how did you make these?
And she's like, I didn't. I just saw it. I saw it in my mind, and it appeared on the paper.
Yeah.
That's
so I feel
the
like
thing
it was
that's so like,
okay, all right.
And then she basically is like, I love my mommy. I want to see her. And they're like, well, you can't because you have to stop hurting her. And she's like, I don't want to hurt her. And then they say something about like, well, what about your dad? And she's like, no, daddy doesn't like me. He doesn't, he puts me away. Like he puts me where the horses are. Like, and this is when then we see Rachel watching it.
Yeah, because like she says the line of Samara does. The doctor's like, well, you don't want to keep hurting people and like animals, do you? And she's like, but I do. Like she does want to hurt them.
And then we see Rachel and we see the lighthouse light go behind her. And Richard is holding a power strip.
Yeah.
And he just, bam, whacks her in the back of the head and knocks her unconscious.
Fair.
Yeah. I mean, she did break into his house.
Right.
But then she wakes up and this scene is very unsettling. So Richard's like gathering things. He's like gathering cords
and like the TV,
electronics,
every
and he's
electronic.
taking it upstairs.
Oh, because he takes the TV she was watching.
Oh, right.
Like after he whacks her, he picks up the TV. And like walks it over.
And so he's like talking while he's walking into the bathroom, and the bathroom is flooding because the bathtub is full, and it's very gross in there. Like because it's just the house seems so like abandoned and decrepit. Like But he's like plugging all these things in, and he's talking about how like my wife she wasn't supposed to have had a child. Like something was wrong with this girl. And he was like, I thought we were done with it, but you coming here shows that it will never end. Like this will never end for us.
It'll say like she never sleeps.
She never sleeps.
I feel like he talks about seeing things too.
Yes, like she would put these,
doesn't end.
Especially she did it a lot to his wife, to the mom. Like she just, and that was why the mom killed herself, because she couldn't like stop. She couldn't handle seeing these things.
Yeah.
And then he's like holding like a horse thing, like a
bit. Let's like the bit that they put in their mouth
with the metal thing. It's like a head thing.
Because she says, she's like, please, you got to help me. This is like my son. He's going to die.
And he was like, we're all going to die.
He says, oh yes, he will.
He will, bitch.
Yeah.
And then
he just like puts the thing on.
Yeah.
Turns it on, and it just, and her
it in the tub.
Is amazing here. Because then as she's screaming, she's backing out of the bathroom, and Noah had walked in and was behind her. And I feel like this is the perfect reaction, because then she just truly loses it. Because can you imagine screaming like that and then someone being behind you?
No, like the hysteria would be wild.
And I mean, this I got slightly annoyed by, because she's like freaking out. And if anything, I feel like we could have given her like 3 more seconds of freaking out, because Noah is immediately like, oh, it's okay. Just like, no,
it's not okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
It is not okay.
It's like, no, it's not. Why are you saying that?
You just watched a man electrocute himself.
They're there. It's okay.
But that's when they like see the lighthouse go to the barn, and she's like, "Oh, she never sleeps because she doesn't like the horses."
Yeah,
So
it
they're
like
like, "We
clicks.
gotta go to the barn."
And this,
You guys okay? I have to say, like, this is the scariest part of the movie for me because, like, just my particular brand of anxiety, like, the thought of being in that room with no access to leave, like, makes my body, my skin crawl. Like, it's because they go and there's a really tall ladder to the loft.
Because it's just this giant barn. And then it's an open room. Like, it's not like, oh, like there's like stairs and like it's like, no. There's no wall and then a tall AF ladder to get into
little
there.
Loft. And there's like a carousel little toy so you can hear the music. And they go up and it's like a little room for a little kid. Like wallpaper, and there's a TV with a chair and a bed. But we're oh fuck.
At this point you can very clearly tell that Rachel, it's not quite getting through to her. She still thinks that this is a poor little girl
that was like
has been like tortured by her dad, because she's like, oh, her dad kept her here. She hasn't quite realized the extent of the problem.
I mean, when you're watching the movie, it is kind of like, oh my god, yeah, like he was torturing her. Like she's the little girl's that's the victim here.
Because like we don't usually think children are evil. I mean, sometimes.
Sometimes, but you know, when it's like, oh, he was keeping her in a barn, like it's maybe you understand why she would be evil. I don't know. You know?
So then Noah notices that the wallpaper is peeling and there's something etched, and then Rachel goes, she looks at her arm and she goes, no, burned.
Yes.
And they peel it, and this is where it's like cool camera angles. And then they step back, which makes my stomach drop.
Oh my god,
you're gonna fall.
No, they step back. You see the ladder. It's like, okay, stop.
But
scariest part of the movie
from the cabin. It's the red tree outside.
Yeah, because she's like, I know this tree, and he's like, yeah, from the tape. And she's like, no, I know it in person.
So they're like, that's where we got to go.
So
now we're at day 7, guys.
Day 7,
and she's basically back where she started.
Yep. At the cabin.
Back at the cabin 12.
And they're like upset. Like she's like, well, this is it. It's almost sunset. I'm about to die. You have to take care of Aiden. And he's like, no, we're going to figure it out. She's like, no, we're not. And he throws like a little fit and he knocks over a vase and there's these little beads in it. And they like all congregate because we notice the ground is a little like sunken to a perfect circle.
Yes.
And they take the carpet up and there's a ring of worn down wood.
I have a question. I always remember it being a ring that the little marbles form. I did watch a different version of the ring this time than I typically would watch. And there was a few things that were slightly different. And in this one, the marbles didn't form a circle. They formed an arrow. And I was like, wait, they have never formed an arrow before.
My version didn't do that.
I think I got some
what version
copy.
did you see?
I don't know, but I was like, wait, that's a clear arrow.
Mara,
it's never been an arrow.
What if you're being haunted? This is it. This is the moment.
But I was like, that's
Samara
so weird.
made you see an arrow.
It's never been. Oh God. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and watch again and make sure.
Yeah, you are, because that's wild.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess that was just me.
So, anyways, they chop through, and there is the well.
Yep, it's basically the cabin has been built and the floor built just on top of the well.
Yep.
Yeah.
And at this point, they start seeing that the sun is about to set, and that we all know that's when Rachel's gonna die. And so they take the cover off and they try to see how deep it is, and it's super deep. Like
and
they cannot.
While they're doing this, we as an audience can see what they can't see, where there's screws coming up.
And the TV turned on.
And
made that sound.
The TV turned on. The water is starting to like come into the room. You're like, oh no,
something's happening.
And then it all of a sudden happens, and it knocks. The TV falls and knocks. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like all these flies come up from the well.
Oh, it's the flies. That's what it was. That's what I was thinking.
All these flies come up from the well, which then makes the TV then like knocks into her, and she just
yeets.
She gets yeeted
straight into the well. No, it's
yeeting in this
so
movie.
fast.
We be yeeting.
They be yeeting.
They be yeeting this movie.
Yep.
And she's gone.
Yeah, it's so fast.
Then she's down in the well, and down there she discovers then she sees the little fingernails that try to claw their way
in the
out.
wall.
Mm-hmm.
Then she feels around and she feels like a hair, like a bunch of hair, which is disgusting.
It just makes me think of if you ever have to clean out a drain from a bathtub.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And the well is closing.
Yes, the well is closing and she sees the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And they've
Which
said
we know should be her indicator she's about to die.
you see the ring before you die. Pause. Not real pause, but because we keep fucking this up. Speaking of seeing the ring before you die, let's talk about what we're sipping on.
Yes.
You guys, Laura had a great idea for tonight's drink, which is not one drink, but any drink.
As long as it's cold.
As long as it's cold. And maybe a little condensation-y.
Yes.
I was trying to think of the right word. That wasn't it. But
no, that's the right one.
We got the idea.
Summer is just around the corner, or by the time this is out, summer's here.
Mm-hmm.
Get yourself a cold drink, put lots of ice in it, and be bold, everyone. This is my challenge to you. Set it somewhere. No coaster.
Make your own ring, baby.
Make your own rings.
Yeah.
So cold beverage, no coaster.
Yes.
That's our drink tonight.
That's our drink for tonight.
So what are you guys actually sipping on? We can give people ideas.
I have a vodka seltzer. Because and the cake it is, I have a little ring right here. I'll take a picture of it.
Nice.
I have champagne.
Nice.
Which if you do in a stemless glass, will definitely leave a ring.
I realize I'm breaking
champagne in a stemless glass.
I'm trying to.
That is.
I'm trying to be on theme.
Yeah.
I've got cute little stemless champagne glasses.
I'm so not on theme because I have my drink, but I didn't want it to get warm because I'm drinking a beer, and I'm drinking a beer from Seattle to try to be on theme with the ring. But I didn't want it to get cold, so I have a koozie on it, and then I also have a coaster on it because I'm using my husband's office instead of my normal work spot.
Non-ring.
So I have extra no ring.
Why are you here? Get out of here.
You can just get a little crown and draw your own.
No, as you guys were saying it, I looked over and I was like, oh no, what am I doing?
Amazing.
Oh man. I did, what was I had a cream soda type beverage earlier today. And I did not put it on a coaster, and it did leave a ring. So nice. I had our themed drink earlier.
So then she picks up little Samara. Because it's her little body is there, but then it quickly decomposes.
Because at first it's she hasn't decomposed. At first it's just her actual body.
And she is flashed to the orchard or the pasture of where this well was back in the day. Now I cannot explain. So Samara is a very cute little kid, still dark and creepy, but cute. And she's singing at the well, and there's the tree in the distance with a bunch of horses, and she's singing a cute song. I am not sure why her mother is dressed like she's from the 1800s.
Right.
Because this was in when she was a child was 1978. So I don't know, guys. I liked it.
Her vibe, though.
Oh, yeah, I liked it. But it was not the 1800s. So, Laura, would you like to sing us a song?
I was going to pull it up so I could remember how it goes, and I didn't, and I don't remember.
You can just do the, Lottie dying.
Yeah, wait, what does
but how does it go?
Let's look it up.
It's do, do, do.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Do, do, do.
I don't need to sing. You just did it. Perfect. Well done.
No, you have to sing it.
No, you just did it so good.
I'm not good at it.
No,
I'm too deep.
No. Just deep enough.
Like the well.
Yeah.
Oh, full circle.
Yeah.
Because the circle.
Get it?
We're on one. That was a good moment
what
for us.
have you? All right, we're going off the rails.
So anyways, so the mom walks up and she's like, isn't it beautiful? She's apparently British too. She's like, isn't it pretty, Samara? And she's like, things are going to get better. And she just has a black bag and she just.
And she says, all I ever wanted was you.
I know, because like, honestly, it's like, sometimes I feel like in horror movies, we get so like caught up in the horror movie of it, but you're like, the honest reality is this woman tried for a child her entire life. Like all she wanted was this kid. And then this kid like fucking tortures and terrorizes her. Like it's very brutal.
It's really sad for the mom.
It's so sad. And then she drops her in the well, but we see as she gets to the bottom that she did not die from suffocation. So she just watches the top go back on the well and she sees the ring.
Yeah.
Before she dies. And so then it's after sunset. And then they open up the well, and then Noah's calling to her, and she's, mind you, fine, but she takes forever to respond to him.
She just kind of stands there for a minute.
I'm like, girl,
hello,
something. Have your moment after.
He's like, Rachel, are you okay? And she's just silent, like, you're gonna think I'm dead. Like,
I know. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But yeah, so then she gets rescued, and they say, you know, okay, they're gonna bury Samara, they're gonna bury the body. And again, Rachel's still on the side of Samara, and she's like, or Noah goes, you know, oh, can you imagine her just being trapped down there with no food for so long? Like, how long can you survive?
7 days.
7 days.
7 days.
So we've got the sweet music, right? Everything's good. We're golden.
Yeah, it's they freed her, so like we're good. Her spirit can be happy now.
We're all healed.
She lived.
We're good.
Everything's great.
They go home, and now Rachel and Noah are like rekindling their romance.
Yeah.
They kiss, and she's like, he's like, well, can I come over tomorrow or something? And one of them says, you know, as long as you don't want to rent a movie.
Oh, wait, they pick up Aiden, and like they pick up at her sister's house, and he's just on the floor. Like, they pick her, he's just like passed out.
But I will say, as a former nanny, like if they're asleep, you just let them be.
That's true.
I have left many children to sleep on the floor in my life, so I actually am like, wow.
So like it seems like it's this happy ending, and I paused it because obviously we've all seen this movie before, so we know it's not a happy ending. But I was like, okay, but it makes you think that it is. But then there's 17 minutes left.
Because it's almost done.
And I was like, well, clearly it's not a happy ending. We've still got 17 minutes to for shit to go down.
Up, and he sees his mom's hand on her. Well, he sees his mom's hand on him.
Yes. There you go. She slept next to him.
That was a hard one. And he's like,
what happened to the little girl?
What happened to her? And, you know, the mom is like, we put her where she should. Like, I don't remember what she said. She's like, we saved her.
We set her free.
We set her free. And he sits up in his creepy little kid way. And he's like, you shouldn't have done that.
It's like, you shouldn't have helped her.
You shouldn't have done that.
She never sleeps.
Rachel.
Brianna, you do a really good impression of him.
Thank you. Thank you.
You shouldn't have done that.
You shouldn't have done that, Rachel. What was it that I was saying so weird that you like couldn't handle how I was saying it? Do you remember that? Just like the other day. Cracker Barrel. Was that it?
Oh yeah, you were saying Cracker Barrel, but you were saying it like I have to think really hard before I say the word Arnold Palmer.
Oh, same. Yeah.
But she was almost a story about Cracker Barrel.
She was like Cracker Barrel. I was like, stop saying it like that.
That's how Aiden would say it.
The first thing I thought of when you asked that question is about how you call okay, I don't want to say it because I don't want to influence Ivette. There is a brand. It's like outdoorsy. And like farmers will wear it a lot. It's CAR.
Carhartt?
Say it.
Carhartt?
Yes. It's Carhartt.
Yeah.
But Brienne calls
it was Carhartt.
Carhartt?
I've called it Carhartt my whole life.
It's Carhartt. It's not Carhartt.
Oh, I like your Carhartt hoodie.
I've said that to guys before. I thought that's what it was called.
No.
Hey,
no.
Nice Carhartt.
Nice Carhartt.
You're wrong.
Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel.
Anyways, the twist of the movie.
The tangent.
cut to, this is when we cut to Noah, and he has his coffee on a newspaper, and then he picks his coffee up.
He has a ring.
And there's a ring.
There's a ring.
Mm-hmm. You know what happens.
You see the ring before you die.
Mm-hmm. And the TV turns on.
Mm-hmm.
We see the static.
And then we see that motherfucking well.
Yep.
This is, I think, the most infamous part of this movie.
Oh, for sure. Mm-hmm.
And it's so good. And I remember, because I saw the ring in the theater the very first time. I remember everyone losing their shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like screaming, freaking out, like writhing in their chairs, like so scared.
Because so far in the movie, we hadn't really seen what happens when people die. We just know what they looked like.
Right.
And so she starts coming out of the well on the screen, and she just gets closer and closer and closer to the screen.
Her hair is just like over her face.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
And I love the effect of like, it's moving like it's almost like cutting, like it's like jaggedy.
Oh, yeah.
It's like it's like the TV's glitching a bit.
Yes, glitching.
Yeah,
yes.
no, it looks like a TV glitch. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And she just starts coming out of the TV. And she's like crawling. It's so creepy in the way that she moves.
Because even she's glitching now that she's out of
glitching.
the TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's like she's still in the TV, but out of the TV, but like
exactly.
And
so he's like knocking over shelves and like falling. There's glass, and then he's crawling on the glass, and his hands are just bleeding and bloody.
Mm-hmm. Well, then we just see him die. Like, it's the like his face like transforms. He dies.
Okay. Yeah.
And then Rachel's like driving there like a mad woman calling.
Because she's like, pick up the phone.
Yeah.
And then she runs to the loft. She runs upstairs. And like once she gets there, she closes the phone. And she's like, oh, fuck.
It's very quiet.
And his chair is in the middle of the room in front of the TV. And there's like water around it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like she knows, but she has to go and turn the chair.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And she spins it around, and he's just like the other, like Katie was.
It's that quick flash of that really
quick flash of his messed up face, and he's dead. And she screams. And then she like leaves, and she sees his girlfriend coming to the elevator.
Yeah.
And she just hides. I do have to say I understand why, but it is still a shitty thing to do.
I understand why as well, because this man was just murdered and killed. Her son is about to die. She doesn't have time to deal with this.
Like if she waited, she would have to wait for the police. They would have to go through the whole thing. Like her kid's about to die because,
Because she even
asked,
get it. She's like, what did I do that you didn't do?
Yeah, because she gets home and she freaks out.
Why me?
She's like, why me? What didn't I do? Or what did I do? Like, and she's burning the original VHS.
She burns
like she put it in the fire. But then she has a little flash of a moment, and we see the copy of the VHS.
She looks under the chair.
And she's like, oh, I made a copy. So she takes Aiden and makes him do it, like walks him through how to do it.
Here's my question. She made a copy, but she also just destroyed a copy. So why not continue to do that so that at least, yes, you're making a copy, but at least there's still only one tape out there.
Right.
Right.
But you know what? She destroyed the copy after she was past the 7 days. So maybe.
Yeah.
I just feel like they could have. I didn't like that she destroyed a tape. I feel like if the whole point was that you have to make a copy and like spread the curse, like they shouldn't have allowed her to destroy the tape.
But she also she made a copy and 2 people watched it because of her.
Right.
So, and she helped her.
Yeah, I think it's actually mostly that you made someone else. Like you made the copy so someone else can watch it.
Yeah. Right. So to me, it's like, well, I feel like she did so much, right? Like copy, showed it to people, and helped her out of the well.
Yeah.
So,
Right. But that's the secret. Like you make a copy and then.
And Aiden's like, yeah, but now someone else is going to watch it. And she's like, I don't care.
Yeah. She's like, yeah.
He's like, what happens to the person we show it to?
No, they'll die. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And so my notes that I took, I then ended with this.
Nice.
Yes.
As
and that's it.
That's
it.
Drawing of a ring.
Mm-hmm.
Cut and
Just
scene.
amazing music. Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
So good.
So, another elder story, kids, is when we had these things called Blockbuster and you would go rent a movie, there were some that circulated where it played the movie within the movie at the beginning of the VHS.
Nice.
So you put your copy of The Ring in, and it wasn't The Ring or the previews like that you would normally get. It was just that movie first.
Love it.
So that was pretty good marketing.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah. Well, and then I think on the DVD, if you like pressed, I think it was like up and then play, it would play just the recording, and you couldn't exit. It would like brick your remote. So like you couldn't fast forward, you couldn't pause, you couldn't go back to it would like make it so you had to watch the entire thing or turn off your TV. That was like the only way to get it to turn off.
Amazing.
And then I was really mad because I got the Blu-ray and I was like, how do I do that? And it's still there for the one other person who's interested in this. You just go to the specials and you click left instead of up. And then it does shows the movie before or shows the little film thing.
Fun. I love it. Amazing. Someone gonna set me up.
I don't know. I didn't know if you were ready.
I'm ready.
I didn't know if you wanted a minute. I was waiting.
I'm ready.
Just remember, kids, she is not a real doctor, but it's okay because it is not a real VHS, nor were they real people.
That you know of.
That we know of. Take us away, Samara.
All right. So as I was thinking about psych topics for this movie, I was debating like, oh, what's the psychology of like spreading misery? And then I started thinking about there are 3 topics that I have a fascination with because I feel like they're all extreme forms of human behavior and what humans are capable of doing despite rational thought. 1, serial killers. 2, cults. 3, multi-level marketing. I feel that the Ring curse is essentially a pyramid scheme.
It is a bit of a pyramid scheme. You are correct.
It's like chain letters.
Yeah.
It's like MLM, multi-level marketing. It's that's the psychology approach I'm going to take.
You're not wrong.
For Samara, I think she's just the head of a multi-level marketing curse.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So let's talk about why that is. So it's kind of like this story of like this viral transmission, and like people are coerced into participating into the spreading of her curse. And the only way you can survive is through kind of like recruitment, getting others to then have the misery. So the curse can only survive if the victims of it recruit new victims.
It's true.
And more and more and more continue spreading because people are going to do what they need to do to survive. Samara's tape and message in and of itself is kind of like not the point. Kind of like with multi-level marketing. It's not actually about the product. It's not about Amway. It's not about Airbond. It's not about whatever. It's about recruiting more participants. Same thing. And I feel like we have evidence for this because really there's better ways Samara could get her message out, because she either kills the people who don't spread her message, or she kills the people who don't spread her message, who actually listen to her. And if the point is that she just, because at one point, multiple times, Rachel and others say children just want to be heard.
Yeah.
So I feel like they kind of drilled that message into us. But if that's really what Samara wanted, was to be heard, why are you killing the people that you actually like show your message to? Because it's not about that. It's about this MLM pyramid scheme.
I mean,
you know what? You're not wrong.
Yeah. And so it's like, it's really scary because what matters is spreading the curse, spreading the fear, the death, and ordinary people then become the spreaders of the curse to others. And I just find it so fascinating. And like, I'm sorry if I'm offending anyone who participates in MLMs, but I just think they're evil.
I agree.
I think they're bad. I think they're evil. So let's talk about why people can get into them.
Okay.
Oh my
let's
gosh,
hear
yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so who is prone to MLMs? There are some statistics. Typically, people that have stronger extrinsic goals. So instead of necessarily caring about like personal achievement or like feeling good about their life, they care about things like money, fame, and beauty. If that's their stronger drive, they might be more likely to participate in an MLM. People who are spiritual and or live in more religious areas. I feel like that is a pretty clear one to me because people in Utah who tend to be a bit more religious are very into the MLMs.
They're big out there for sure.
Huge. And then people who believe in this thought action fusion. So we were kind of talking about that a little bit earlier in the episode, where if you believe that what you think creates reality or makes something more likely. Like if I think I'm going to have a bad day, I know I'll create a bad day for myself.
Yeah.
It's very similar to chain letters. Like chain letters will say, okay, if you forward this, you're going to become a millionaire. But if you don't, your pet is going to die or something like that. Mm-hmm. People who actually believe that that's true are more prone to participate in an MLM.
Interesting.
And or spread this tape. Also, if you have a kind of a thinking style where you emphasize more like your intuition, kind of what your gut reaction versus rational thinking. It's kind of like where like Brianna and I talked about like, yeah, we would watch it because like I don't believe that there's that thought action fusion. I really don't.
Right. I would at the end of the movie. It's just at the point
at the beginning, absolutely. Right.
Yeah, I'm with her from 4 people dying.
I mean, honestly, that's why you'll be the final girl. You know, you're fine. You're good. You're gonna make it.
Yes, I'm so glad you said that because preview for our 100th episode, I do talk about psychology of the final girl.
Yes.
Oh, that's gonna be so good.
And then just people who believe testimonials. So a lot of times what happens with MLMs is there's these testimonials of success stories, which is the very, very, very rare exception. We'll talk about that in a second. But people who believe that and that they want to like be their own boss and have flexibility.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like cults and like it's these kind of psychologically susceptible people or vulnerable people in some ways that then will participate in it, not because they're bad or like not intelligent. It's because they're kind of primed to have this need, so they're so like desperate to believe that it'll work for them or that they need something that will work in their life situation that they might participate.
Yeah.
When people take advantage of that, like,
and then people take advantage of that.
Totally.
Exactly. Some other interesting statistics. Most likely, it's going to be females, women, who are married and have achieved some college education, but also more likely to have declared bankruptcy. So I think it's like people in these financially kind of iffy situations where they're just trying whatever they think. What they've tried so far has not worked. Standard careers have not worked. So they're like, let's try it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's talk about facts of MLMs because I feel like it's so interesting and I feel like it shows why Samara went this route because it's successful.
Why she went the MLM route?
This is why she went the MLM. She's not just going to sell you the tape. She's going to get you to get other people. You're going to have to recruit downlines.
Yes.
It works. That's why she went with it. She's brilliant, actually. So it is.
Samara's a great businesswoman, actually.
Really, she is
ahead of her time.
This is an industry that's billions of dollars these companies generate in revenue. The to kind of define like pyramid schemes, which many MLMs say they're not. They are. So, but instead of selling legitimate products, you earn money by recruiting new members. So kind of like in the ring, instead of actually saying Samara's message and passing along her message, which is what she says she wants to do, or kind of makes it seem like she wants to do. No, it's really about passing along and getting more and more people to be cursed.
Yeah.
That's the reality of what's happening. It's not really about her message. So there was a study of 350 MLM companies in the United States. Do you want to guess the percentage of recruits that actually lost money instead of made money?
Oh,
98%.
I mean, yeah, I'm going to assume a minimum 75%.
99%. There was one other study that showed it was 99.6% of participants didn't make money. And not only did they not make money, they lost money.
They lost.
Right.
Well, it's because they used that 1% as the example to lure in the other 99.
Exactly.
Like, well, kind of like Rachel. Look, this one woman didn't die. And really kind of what you said, Ivette, like, she did so many things. Why is it that she thinks it's that she made the copy?
Right. Like, she did 100 other things.
She did so many other things, but she's going to be like, oh no, everyone, I made the copy. Now I'm alive. So it's just going to perpetuate.
Yeah.
So a lot of times they call them downlines. Like, so basically the people that you recruit, they're encouraged to, like hold on to these beliefs that they are going to be that 1% or 0.4% that are successful, while the statistical improbability, they hide that. They don't say that.
Yeah.
They don't say like, okay, 99% of you are not going to make any money. In fact, you're going to lose it. So one study had shown that 120 million people worldwide are involved in MLMs.
Whoa. That's
the US is one of the biggest for it.
That makes sense.
The US is huge. Okay, but here's the problems with MLMs, and while also is going to be eventually the problem with Samara's curse. If you engage in this exponential recruiting, it's going to saturate the market and be difficult to find customers. This is why they'll eventually fail. So eventually, once the whole world has seen the tape, then everyone's just going to die because you can't make a copy for anyone anymore.
True.
Right.
You can't be successful anymore. In MLM specifically, it's there's a lot of, they call it high internal consumption. So basically, the products that you're selling end up just being used by the people that are selling them. So like you're supposed to go recruit people to sell makeup. You are the one that ends up just buying the makeup because it's not a good business strategy.
Yeah.
And so, instead of it just really being about selling the product, it's just this pyramid scheme. But like Samara, it's a bad way to get your message out. So if you kill the people that learn your story, unless they make a copy, but like she also doesn't tell them, hey, make the copy.
No.
And then you'll survive. So it's like, she's not doing a good job of like telling her like goal and getting people like, Rachel is a very, I watched actually like a TikTok about this. Rachel is a very smart, good journalist. And it took her, she barely figured it out. She had like 5 minutes to spare.
Yeah.
So if she can't figure it out, how is everybody else going to figure it out? It's not a good way to get your message or your curse out.
No.
Yeah.
And generally with MLMs, like there's this like really strong culture. It's kind of, this is why I kind of feel like it's like culty a little bit, because it discourages critical thinking. You're not supposed to question. And then it also like does this isolating behavior, like stay away from the doubters, the people who say you're not going to be successful in this. Like we're your family. We're not a company. Like companies that call themselves family, red flag.
Run away.
Yeah.
Run away every time.
And you also then, and this is kind of what Samara does, like a lot of times with MLMs, you're pressured to just sell and recruit your friends and family. So like it's all the people in your life, you're just making them buy stuff from you, even if they don't want to, but you try to guilt them into it.
It's true.
Yeah.
And yeah, like the people that are exposed to Samara's sufferings then become the carriers, the perpetuators of it.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's very true.
And then there's this, the last kind of psychological concept that I think happens is called moral diffusion, and it's very similar to chainmail, where like, okay, you get this chainmail and you feel anxiety, like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be cursed now. But then you pass it along and it's like, okay, well now it's their problem, not mine. So I can like, I can feel relief because now, even though they're going through the same thing I was just going through, at least now it's not me anymore. It's them. And then they'll be able to pass it on and then they won't feel it anymore. So it's not my fault.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like this, like kind of, moral diffusion, like just spreading of curse and misery.
I like that.
At all costs. MLM style.
Yeah.
Love it.
So that's a little bit of my soapbox about like hating MLMs, but
as you should.
No, that's perfect.
There's my psych for the ring.
I love that so much. It's actually an MLM/cult.
I honestly love that perspective. Just think what Samara would do with like today. What if she could have done a TikTok instead? She could kill millions of people at a time.
Yes.
I feel like for her, it just wasn't about the numbers.
Yeah,
you know? Like, I feel like maybe
it's authentic. It was her soul that was, passionate about the good work. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I feel like this is so for my background fun facts, I actually just rented the DVD and then just clicked every extra and figured that would be what I can talk about. But I feel like this actually pairs really well with your psych, Laura, because in the DVD extras, there was something called The Rings. And so I clicked on it and it was like 20 minutes long. So I was like, wait, like, what is this? And I didn't really get until like I was watching it, but it's basically a short film sequel to this movie that is meant to be a prequel to the next movie that comes out. So there's this like 20-minute short film that I actually thought was kind of interesting because it's more like modern-ish day. And it's this group of teens and it's supposed to be after the first movie. And so word has spread about the movie, about the film. And now there's like a cult like following of like you get people with like ring tattoos and like forums online of people watch. So like what it is it follows this like teen who's a part of this like friend group and they're all basically taking turns. So one of them will watch it and records themselves every day. And once they reach their breaking point, they're like, okay, it's someone else's turn. And then the next person in the friend group will watch it.
Wild.
So it's like, and they do this like online forum. So people are trying to like crack basically like what is Samara? Like, what is she trying to say? Like, what is the message? Cause like, I mean, I feel like in this movie, we see her progress, right? Like the first person only sees the well. Like she doesn't come out of it or anything. Mm-hmm. But then with Noah, right, she comes out of the well. And like, so she's like going further in that, but she's free. Like anything is possible. So we follow this like teen basically that's a part of this friend group. And it's basically like people online who have been tracking this, like no one has made it to the 7th day. And so he's like recording himself and he starts seeing things. So it's not about trying to figure out, it's just like recording and trying to like crack what like Samara's trying to say. And so we get to day 5 where he coughs up like a centipede. So it's a very similar scene from the movie where he like something starts coming out of his mouth and it's just like long centipede. And he's like, okay, I'm done. Like next person in the friend group, you're up. And the friend backs out because they're like, no, like I can't do it. Like I'm sorry. Like I can't. And so he just starts like desperately calling just like everyone he knows to try to get someone else to watch this movie.
Oh my God.
But you see like the friend group is basically like, we're finally going to get to see day 7. Like this is like, we're going to force him to get to day 7.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's just him trying to like find someone on like the 7th day. And then he finally calls basically this like girl that had like a crush on him. He's like, oh, like let's hang out, and gets her. And it's like I think it's like less than 1 hour before he was going to die is like she like calls and agrees to come hang out with him.
This sounds good. I want to watch this.
I know.
Yeah, it's great. So yeah, it's 20 minutes.
Okay.
But no, it just reminds because of like the cult like following. It's like that's absolutely where it progresses to.
Totally.
And like he gets really desperate. And so he goes to like, you still see them today, but like Best Buy and like things like that, where like, they have all of the TVs that are synced up. And so he goes and he tries to play it there as like a spread the word just to like save himself, but he gets like stopped by security. So it's like at this point, people know you have to get other people to watch it in order for it to stop. And so it was kind of fun.
That's
it was more
amazing.
like a modern day.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Yeah, it was called The Rings on the DVD extra.
Okay.
So I'm assuming if someone just looks that up and then looks
I was
up, like,
I was just going to pull it up because I really want to watch it.
No, it's kind of fun to watch it after the movie because it feels like you get more, without having to watch a whole other like sequel to it. Okay, the other part of the DVD commentary was called like Don't Watch This, and this was all of the deleted scenes. And so I already mentioned that, where it's like I'm kind of like, wait, did I see that, or was that in the deleted scenes? Because it kind of just like plays them. There's no order. Like it just plays the scene and then goes to like the cut scenes kind of that we see, like, and then it like goes on to the next one. So it was just like a bunch of deleted scenes together. I'm like rechecking my notes now because I was like, am I making that up? But the one where Rachel is talking to people, that is the backstory that they give, is she's talking to this group and they say that they had Samara themselves. Like there was like the couple's biological daughter. And it was like I think they say like, they messed with nature in order to have this biological daughter. And so that was in the bonus features, but that wasn't included in the movie, and they retcon it in the next movie. So in the next movie, it like what's kosher in the Rings universe is that it is not their daughter. But if you watch the bonus scenes, they filmed a scene where someone says it is, and that they did it by quote unquote messing with nature.
Nice.
Okay, so this makes sense why there was some confusion.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like a lot of the other ones are like small things. It does kind of like, I won't go through all of them, but I feel like it does make you realize how much goes into movie editing. Cause like this movie's not short.
No.
But watching these bonus scenes, it is kind of like, I don't know how they decided to cut that. Like, I guess that makes sense. Like it was like a random little thing. They did like, I think other than, that was a big plot thing, her talking to these other people on the island. The other thing was that the Noah has his own kind of separate visit to the cabin, that I think they cut that entire thing, but he separately finds something that leads him to go to the cabin himself. And so he goes to like the office to talk to like the innkeeper, basically. And he finds the innkeeper dead. And it's the same where like the video has static and the water is coming out of it. He's like looking for him. He has food. Then he like lifts him. This just like giant plate of maggots. So we get like the flashback. So the thing goes outside. There's like a kayak that's been like strung out, and he like gets it back inside. And that's where he finds the innkeeper with like mouth open, like decomposed. So like you see that he also watched the film. So they just cut like that entire thing out, which like honestly, I was like, I don't feel like you need it in the movie. I don't know what that would have added other than like one more death, basically. But that was also in there. There's a bunch of little things like the photo. You see more photos of like the kids. But like, again, I don't think that would have done anything for the story. It's more just them like hanging out and like partying in the cabin, and like it's a lot of photos. I was like, okay, like let's fast forward. Like it's a lot of photos that they had in the deleted things. And then more shots of the stables. And that one I wish they would have kept like one more, because I feel like when she goes, it's empty, but they just had more shots of like the scale. So you see like all of the stables, and they're just all empty. And there's just like large open areas where like the horses would have been, and it's just all empty. So you just get more, I think, shots that they took that I actually thought looked kind of cool. The other thing that was there that they didn't include was at the end, there is like, it's not a blockbuster, but like a Boxster like kind of looking place, or like a movie like sale place, like a
movie
store
rental place.
Yeah. And you see like the cameras like going through the aisles, and then it gets to the back to like the 99-cent section, and there's the VHS just like sitting in the middle.
Nice.
I feel like the ending to it as it was good. But if they would have just done a flash to like that unmarked tape in a video store,
totally,
that would have been an amazing ending.
Yeah, no, when I saw it, I was like, wait, why didn't they put that? Was like 5 seconds. I feel like we could have done it, because then we like, they make the copy, but I think getting that final confirmation of Rachel and Noah, like Rachel and Aiden, like they did put it somewhere, like they did continue.
I would have liked that.
I would have liked that better.
Yeah. I agree. I wish they would have kept that in. Okay, and then the last thing I had was a complete separate tangent. I was trying to look up the filming locations because I know it was in the Pacific Northwest, and I was like, that's fun. So most of it was filmed in Seattle. Like the city parts of it are just Seattle. The part where they're driving is Oregon, like the Columbia Gorge, where like the Columbia River runs. And then the lighthouse is in Newport, Oregon, which is just like a little further south.
Yeah.
But I looked up the lighthouse because I was like, there's no way that the lighthouse isn't haunted.
Right.
Like every lighthouse is a little haunted.
Absolutely.
Right.
So I looked up the lighthouse. It's in Newport, Oregon. It's the Yakina Bay Lighthouse.
Okay.
It opened in 1871, and it was open for 3 years before they decommissioned it. So they opened it because they thought they needed a lighthouse there to help sailors or whatever. I think it was just really rocky. Like it didn't help anyone. It was just not good conditions. And so it opened for 3 years and then just closed. And it sat closed for a long time. But there's a story that one night, like early 1900s, like 1915, there was a group of teenagers that decided to go explore the lighthouse because, like, why not? Of course, it has a lot of lore. Everyone knows it's been abandoned. Like, it was just a creepy place. And so when they went to go explore, they were just like walking around the different floors. And when they were on like the second floor, like higher up, like in the lighthouse, they found a trap door in like, I think it was like in a closet. And they opened this like chute that they thought maybe went to the basement or just like really far down. Like it was a deep chute that they didn't explore. So they kept looking around and they didn't explore the chute. And as the group of friends was leaving, one of the girls named Muriel realized that she forgot something. I saw a handkerchief, scarf. So she forgot something in the lighthouse, basically.
Okay.
And so she went back alone, telling the group, like, I'm literally just going to go run and grab it.
Never.
It'll be fine.
Never do that.
Yep. Like, she's like, no, it'll be fine. It's going to be like a few minutes. Like, don't worry. Wait here. I'll be right back. She goes back. The group was waiting. And all that the group heard was just a loud scream. So the group goes back in because they heard her scream, thinking like maybe she was like choking. Maybe something just happened.
Wow.
Right. So they go in. And they didn't find Muriel. They did find her handkerchief/scarf next to the chute and a pool of blood. But her body was nowhere to be found.
Oh,
what?
So that's amazing. The ghost of the Yakima Bay Lighthouse.
I love that.
So the story is 100% fiction.
Okay.
It was
going to say, is that real? Okay.
Yeah. A writer in Oregon, I think just like inspired by it, wrote this story and published it. So her name was, what was her name? Lishen Miller. And she published it on the Pacific Monthly. It's just like a story that she wrote inspired by it. But it's one of those things that ended up kind of taking on a life of its own. So like, even though that is where the story came from, you can look it up. You can find that it's her story. She wrote it. It took on a life of its own. And people have kind of like taken it as like a separate, like, no, like it wasn't fiction. This was just the story of the girl that was there. So this lighthouse is just abandoned, which is creepy AF. It's still around. part of like kind of a cool part of this story though is that I think they thought about just tearing it down because it was in operation in the 1800s for 3 years and isn't being used. But I think it got a little bit of just like more like piqued everyone's interest, and like people were like, where's the blood and where was the scar found, like trying to find like this lighthouse. And so it actually ended up getting like preserved. Like people like I think like stood around the lighthouse basically saying like, no, you can't tear it down. So like kind of in part because of this story, the lighthouse,
I love that.
That's fun.
I want to go.
Yeah, I think it's the tallest in Oregon.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, kind of fun.
I love it. I love the creepy reality that kind of seeps in.
We used to live in Maine, and our mom liked lighthouses, so we would like go and find them, and then they would have these little wooden figurines of them, so we would get those like everywhere we went. So yeah, we've seen some lighthouses in our day.
We sure
there's
have.
Some because we did like a little like just drive down the coast like of Oregon and try to like visit a bunch of the lighthouses, and there are some of them are actually haunted. Like there's one like very creepy lighthouse on the Oregon coast that just has like an insane. We'll do a lighthouse episode. Oh my god, wait, we could do lighthouse.
Oh, you guys, we have to.
Willem Dafoe.
Yes.
Yes. Hudson.
Oh,
yeah, we have to.
Okay. Yes. And then I'll just tell more creepy lighthouse stories.
Love it.
Please.
Love it.
Okay. Well, that is my very random background for this episode.
Love it.
I love that. I didn't know any of that because like I've heard a lot of facts about it just because it's been around and I liked it, but I had never heard the lighthouse one. I like that.
Have we all seen The Ring 2?
I haven't.
And it's one of those ones where I know I've seen it, but I tell you anything about it, no.
I looked it up after because I
have seen it.
Yeah, and it looked familiar. So maybe.
No, you've seen it multiple times with me, Bryn.
No, I know, but again, could I tell you anything? No.
So it's not quite as magical as the Ring.
Yeah.
It is kind of like going off of the success of that movie. But it does have some really, really creepy parts, and it's scary. So I actually think that it's kind of a good movie.
Ooh.
Yeah, like if I say like there's like creepy scenes with deers in the car, like attacking the car.
Oh, I remember the deers.
Samara plays a bigger role with Aiden. Like it's actually good. It's not The Ring, but it's respectable.
Worth the
I do
watch,
remember the deer thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to look up the light. This is completely back to light. We can cut all of this. But I was trying to look up.
This is the lighthouse episode.
No. I was trying to look up because I know we did this like drive. So I was trying to like see if I had a photo at the lighthouse just to like share because that's the tallest lighthouse. We did also visit the smallest lighthouse.
Like,
and so here's a picture of that with like the smallest lighthouse. Oh my gosh, why is it doing that?
Oh wait.
There it is.
Why are you doing this?
Is this like a ring thing?
Oh my god, what's happening?
You guys, Matthew.
You know the effect that happens when you take your picture with the
There we go.
There it is.
Oh my god, it's tiny.
So there's Matt next to the tiniest lighthouse.
That is the cutest
like
thing
1,
I've
2,
ever
3,
seen.
It's like 5 mats tall.
Yeah.
That is
it's like a real lighthouse.
Oh
cute.
My gosh. I love it.
Anyway,
the little lighthouse,
you guys
the little lighthouse that could.
Yeah.
Cute. Fascinating. Oh, you guys. All right. Well, I will be interested to see where our ratings are, especially because like Laura and I have seen it so many times. I feel like that carries a bit of weight. But here on Spooky Sips, we don't do stars, we do sips. So out of 5 sips of your condensation-y drink, how many sips are you giving The Ring?
I can go first.
Okay.
I can't find really many faults with this movie. I really, really like this movie. There's some cheesiness to it, but it's really scary. It's got the spooky vibe. It's got the psychology. It has one of what I think is like the most like evilest things of MLM's topic.
And a child at that.
And a child. It's a 5 for me. I think The Ring is a 5.
Nice.
Now, do I kind of like I know I've given 5s to other movies, like I think like Psycho or Sinister. Do I like them maybe more? But yeah, but like this one's it's a perfect scary movie to me.
You can't get lost in that because like we've done so many movies now that if you compare it, like that makes it hard. You just got to give it what you give it.
It's a 5.
Yeah. Nice. I think for me, it's a 4.5 because it's so solid that it's almost the perfect movie. It's not quite there just because I do like it like even a little scarier, like on a more like haunting level. But I love this movie. Will watch again. Do recommend. I think everyone that says they love horror has to watch it.
Oh, 100%.
It's one of the classics in my opinion. Yep. 4.5.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm thinking along the same. I'm like, I feel like we've just watched really good movies recently.
I know.
Where like, I was also thinking
we're on a good spree.
Yeah, I was thinking 4.5, and like mainly just because like complete personal. Like, I feel like when it's a 5, I just like I know when it's a 5 for me,
right?
And I feel like this was just like not quite, but like it's so good. Like you can't give it less than a 4, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, speaking of a lot of great movies, kids. Our next episode is our 100th episode.
Which is crazy.
Wild.
That's so wild to me.
Yeah. I know. It's insane. So we decided, we were like, what are we going to do? We put a lot of thought into this, but one of our fans suggested it. And we loved the idea of going back to our very first movie, rewatching it and seeing where we are now 100 episodes later. So we were watching the original. I think it's like 1974, somewhere around there.
Right. Yeah, 74.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And we're watching it again.
Yes.
Going back to the original.
We will talk about this in the next episode, but it will be a little bit different of a format. So if you want like a recap of the movie, watch our episode 1 first.
Yes.
And then listen to episode 100.
And honestly, it's kind of fun to go back and watch the episode 1 because I just did it. It's so different.
We're little baby.
We'll talk about it the next episode because about why it's so different, but it's so different.
Oh.
Yeah. No, it's different for sure.
Memories.
So it'll be fun.
Yes. Goodbye.
That's it.
Wait, did you already say your normal?
No.
Okay.
We've been doing this so long that sometimes I just forget things. I don't know. Anyways, so if you haven't watched it, get watching, get sipping, and we'll see you next time on Spooky Sips.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Cute.
Oh my gosh, so funny.
I love it.
God.
Thank you for listening to Spooky Sips. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe wherever you're listening. To stay up to date on all the spooky things we're up to, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at spookysips_podcast. And if you want to help support the podcast, consider buying us a coffee or really a cocktail. We are completely independent, so every little bit goes a long way to keeping our podcast running and improving. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.